this was not the week for the ABC to do today exactly what it's been denying: selectively editing footage which makes Donald Trump seem guilty of a crime. Now in this case, sex with an underage girl. This is unbelievable. Today the media left jumped all over emails released in the United States by the Democrats saying they claim, aha! This suggests the US president knew about the conduct of paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, knew that Epstein was pimping out underage girls to people like Prince Andrew, and had himself, Trump himself, spent hours with a girl at Epstein's house. Now, of course, this was all catnip for people who, I always said there was something dodgy about Trump's relationship with Epstein, was later found dead in his jail cell before he could blab. And now here are these emails, which are damning, right? The ABC today, it's ABC America's editor John Lyons, well, he sure thought so. And note, by the way, how Lyons this morning failed to mention which underage girl Trump had allegedly spent hours with, according to the most damning of Epstein's emails.
He mentions the name of a particular victim and says that she spent hours at my house with him, with Donald Trump. Now, that's quite dramatic. It looks like all the Epstein files will be released, and I think there are some very nervous, powerful people in the United States.
Now, Lyons, on the ABC there, isn't the only person who curiously failed to mention which girl Trump allegedly was with. Her name was also redacted from the email released by the US Democrats, in which Epstein tells girlfriend and procurer Ghislaine Maxwell, I want you to realize that the dog that hasn't barked is Trump. The victim, name redacted, spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. Now, it's actually been widely reported that the redacted name was in fact Virginia Giuffre, who was trafficked out to Andrew, the former prince, although he denies it. Giuffre tragically killed herself this year and cannot be hurt anymore. So why was her name suppressed? By the Democrats and by the ABC. Well, imagine you're a Trump hater. I suspect you might want these emails to do as much damage as possible to him. So you wouldn't want people to know that the girl was indeed Giuffre, because in her autobiography, Nobody's Girl, she wrote at length about Trump, who gave her a job at his Mar-a-Lago club, and said Trump couldn't have been nicer to her. Now that this girl was indeed Giuffre must have been known to Lyons, because Trump's White House spokesman, Caroline Leavitt, made that point strongly yesterday in defending Trump.
These emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong. And what President Trump has always said is that he was from Palm Beach, and so was Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was a member at Mar-a-Lago until President Trump kicked him out because Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile and he was a creep. And this email you refer to with the name of a victim that was unredacted now and has since been reported on in this room, so I will go ahead and say it, Virginia Giuffre. And it was CBS's own reporting, Ouija, that recently wrote that Miss Giuffre maintained, and God rest her soul, that she maintained that there was nothing inappropriate she ever witnessed, that President Trump was always extremely professional and friendly to her. And so I think it's a question worth asking the Democrat Party, and you should all go ask them after this briefing, of why they chose to redact that name.
Now, Lyons and the ABC quoted from exactly that response I've just played you from the White House. But, and here's the ABC shame, they actually cut out the last bit. They cut it short. They omitted what seems exactly the strongest part of Trump's defense, where Leavitt named Giuffre and how the Democrats had suppressed her name and what she'd actually said about Trump. The ABC instead ended those comments I played at this point.
Jeffrey Epstein was a member at Mar-a-Lago until President Trump kicked him out because Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile and he was a creep.
No mention of Giuffre. And let's not forget that Lyons does have form as a Trump critic, to say the least. Trump worked him out early this year when Lyons was trying to line him up as corrupt.
Is it appropriate, President Trump, that a president in office should be engaged in so much business activity?
Well, I'm really not. My kids are running the business. Where are you from?
I'm from the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Four Corners program.
Well, the Australians, you're hurting Australia right. In my opinion, you are hurting Australia very much right now.
Now, it's true that the ABC, in other reports, has referred to Jeffrey and quoted the relevant parts of that White House response, but Lyons' report today on ABC Radio's marquee current affairs show, that is a disgrace. And to add to the ABC's embarrassment, its shoddy reporting of these Epstein emails comes in the very week that ABC Managing Director Hugh Marks is defending the ABC from claims that it also selectively quoted a Trump speech in a Four Corners takedown of the president, a report by Sarah Ferguson. Yet today, exactly the same pattern. Cut a quote that, what a coincidence, cut it in a way that most hurts Trump. Will the ABC apologise? Will pigs fly? But just one postscript. I said the Democrats released 3 emails to smear Trump. I just showed you the most supposedly damning one. Although I should add that, look, it might actually be correct about Trump spending time with a girl. I don't know. My problem here is really with the one-sided reporting. The other 2 emails, though, they're even thinner. In one, Jeffrey Epstein writes to Michael Wolff, who's written books trashing Trump, that of course Trump knew about the girls, as he asked Ghislaine to stop. And even if this lying pedophile Epstein was telling the truth, he's saying that Trump asked Ghislaine Maxwell to stop presumably pimping out Epstein's girls. And Maxwell herself has told investigators she witnessed nothing inappropriate by Trump. But it was Wolff's email to Epstein, also released, that says it all about the way the media left will do anything, collude with any creep, even with a pedophile, to bring down Trump. This is so sick. Wolff writes to Epstein in 2016. You remember, he's written all these books trashing Trump. That's his agenda. That's Michael Wolff's agenda. He wrote to Epstein in 2016 after Epstein had been jailed for procuring an underage girl for prostitution, suggesting a way that Epstein could win sympathy by trashing Trump. And I assume maybe by talking to Wolff. Trump writes to Epstein, there's an opportunity to come forward this week and talk about Trump in such a way that could garner you great sympathy and help finish him. Interested? Wow. Going out of your way to help a pedophile polish his image. That's an insight into the media left for you. That dirty river that the ABC swims in. It seems that nothing from crawling to a pedophile to doctoring or suppressing or misleadingly editing quotes is too much as long as Donald Trump gets it.